thought we would do a get ready with me fall edition. This is going to be a cozy fall makeup look. A lot of these products you guys have seen before on my channel, and also there's some new products too that I've been wanting to test them out. I really haven't had the chance to try out new makeup in the last 5 to 6 weeks. It's been so crazy for personal family reasons. There's been a lot of distance between you guys and myself, and that's just because I've been dealing with so much. I said in a previous video, I've been at the hospital a lot every single day. It's been really intense, very emotional, and I'm so glad that I finally saw a therapist. It's been this whole thing. I'm gonna chat about it a little bit more, but I just want to get into the steps. So I'm gonna go in with the Gisou Honey Infused Lip Oil. It's so funny to see people comment, like new people talk about the Gisou products, my part 2 one that came out maybe 2 months ago. I can't help but to see the comments, so I definitely see your comments. I try to heart it, like it, make an actual comment. Just know I see you guys. Even for the silent watchers, I see you guys too. This year specifically, I've been trying to finish my makeup products and actually get through them instead of using just half of them and then I try out something new and then I kind of move on type of thing. So one product that I've been very dedicated for the last month or so is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Look how much I have left. Maybe 3 more pumps and I'll be done. I'm very excited. Something so simple I look forward to, but this is one of my favorite e.l.f. primers. Like I was saying, I just started seeing a therapist. My situation, I think it's unique, but also not that unique either. So my mom is a retired psychologist. So I grew up in an environment where I felt very safe. I felt very safe and just comfortable talking about my feelings and just my thoughts and my opinions, and it was always welcomed in a very loving way. So I've never had an issue, but I think ever since being my mother's caregiver in the last 5 years, there's been a lot of weight on me, more than usual in my adolescence, like way more. I think because, you know, I'm an adult, you know, able to take care of herself. It's just different, you know? I've talked about it with my friends. I've talked about it with my family. And whoever's the person that took care of you, it could be your parents if you live in a more traditional home. It could be a grandparent, an aunt, whoever it may be, someone that guided you through life. When you transition and become the quote unquote like parent and they become the child, it's such a surreal experience and you reflect a lot, and it's very emotional. And that's what I've been feeling these last 5 years. Oh gosh, I really hope I don't cry in this video. I'm trying not to. I've always been someone who's like, go see a professional, seek help. Your mental health is very important. Get the help you need. And I'm finally doing that myself, and it's been really helpful. I've only gone through 1 session, but I'm not sure about it. I have, again, a very different perspective because I had the privilege of growing up with someone who's a psychologist. So it's a bit different. Like, I know what I'm looking for. For myself, I'm gonna keep moving forward with the makeup. I will have things listed down below just in case I don't say it. This is the Maybelline Superstay Skin Tint. I'm still loving these. I'm wondering if I could just use the lighter shade. I'm actually gonna try that and see how it looks. I might be able to. But like I was saying, I was looking for a person of color and a woman. That was really it. And someone that deals with grief and transitions in your life, like a focus with that. And when you're looking for one, it's not so obvious and they don't always state it. So it's very much trial and error, which can be really challenging. And I knew that was going to be the challenge for me, which is why I kept pushing it off for so long. Not because I didn't want the help, not because I'm against psychologist in any way, just because I knew the challenges that I would face trying to find the right one for me. So this person, she's really lovely. I'm not too certain if she has enough life experience. Now, of course, she has the education side, but life experience to me is just as important. Let me know down below if you guys see a psychologist, just your experiences. I would love to know, but I'm kind of in the process of all that. I don't want to stop seeing her. I think I want to give her a couple more sessions to determine if it's the right fit, but I was very honest with her from the very beginning that I am trying to find someone that's the right fit for me, and I really appreciate her honesty as well, to being just transparent and letting her know that it may not work out. So we're gonna see how it goes. I do like doing it through Zoom. That's something that I wasn't sure about. I just love how convenient it is, because now that I see my mom every day, I used to see her every other day earlier this year. Now I see her every day with everything that's been going on. I just drive so much much from picking the dogs up from daycare. I go to agility class with my other dog, picking up Anthony. There's just a lot of driving. So if I can drive one less time during the week, better for me. I think the lighter shade is working for me for fall. So it should be good for fall and winter. It's glowy, but not too glowy. I think this product is going to make it in my yearly favorites. That's how much I've been loving it. I think I've been using it pretty consistently for, I think, 2 months or so. I'm testing out some concealers. The Ilia one, the True Skin Serum Concealer, I've been really enjoying. I think this one is dark enough that I can use it on any like hyperpigmentation. I've been breaking out quite a bit, again, because of everything going on. This happened to me 5 years ago as well, so I knew it was coming. And I somehow timed out going to see the dermatologist with everything that was going on. It kind of just worked out. Anthony and I were trying to do all our doctor visits, everything, you know, the whole annual thing. And the dermatologist, who I didn't see last year, I made sure to do it this year. I had to get it because I completely forgot on what this is called, but I was prescribed tretinoin, which is what I used 5 years ago. I know it works. It's very effective. I know when I'm very stressed, it's not more so your everyday stresses or work stresses. It's kind of like more than that, like another level, that is when my skin breaks out. Specifically the forehead area, I get tiny little bumps. It's been rough. I will say today, it's doing pretty good, and that's because of this. I wear this, I think I'm able to wear it now every single day. That's what I've been doing, and it's been a lifesaver. Dermatologist visit, seeing a therapist, I'm seeing a lot of professionals. I don't know, do I want to talk any more about what's going on? Not really. I think I might leave it to just that. Hopefully you guys will understand and respect those boundaries. When I get into it, like the nitty-gritty of it all, it makes me very emotional, and rightfully so. It's just part of life and the transitions that we go through, and we all deal with it at some point. And my time is just now, my 20s. I will say, if you're gonna get anything from this video besides this fall makeup look, if your loved one doesn't have a will already, they should do so. Please do so, especially if you are in a larger family where you have siblings, and when things happen in life and finance gets involved, like who's gonna get the car, who's gonna get the house, who's gonna get all this money, it could really cause some major damage to your family. Besides the whole grief, which is a whole other thing, now you're dealing with the finances and the aftermath. So if there's one thing to take from this video, book your psychologist if you're in a position to do so. And then the other one, make sure your loved ones have a will. Please, it really makes life so much easier. And I'm very grateful. I tell my husband that all the time. We grew up very differently. I would say he grew up more in a traditional household and me not, but there were traditional aspects to it, but you know, different. So for the under eyes, this brand, Minest, I believe this brand is part of Unleashia, which is why I bought it in the first place. So it's their Hold On Tight concealer. I got shade Silk. I would mainly just use this under the eyes because it's just a little too light. But my Unleashia video hopefully will be able to come out in the next coming weeks. Maybe I can do that by the end of October. That's kind of what I'm shooting for. I've only tried this maybe once or twice. I don't have any final thoughts, but it's looking good. It has good coverage. I'm not going to go in with eyeshadow primer because I want to see if this product, this eyeshadow stick that I have, I want to see how well it does. On a lighter note, since it's officially fall, I've been starting to do fall activities. If you guys follow my Instagram, at least on my stories, I'm not posting too much on my feed, again, because with everything going on. I've been apple picking. What else have I been doing? I bought mums. I put them on my front porch. I love fall, but honestly, I love all the seasons. It's just so fun being in a state where you can experience all the seasons. It's something to look forward to. So this go around, I went apple picking with my best friend. She's also my childhood friend. Like, I've known her the longest. I can't believe after 26 years, we are still really great friends. That's just so rare, and I'm just so appreciative of my friendship with her. And she's also my maid of honor, so she was very helpful. I'm in the process of planning my bachelorette trip. Ooh, okay. I've been very stressed, and then now planning my bachelorette trip, I'm like, oh no. And usually I don't mind planning, figuring out the logistics and everything. This is a bit different because there's a total of 9 people, or maybe 10, including myself. So I'm just figuring out payments, when should people pay me? If you hosted a bachelorette trip or you attended one, let me know in the comments below. Pros and cons, just your experience. I would love to know. As someone who's only been to one, but it was local and I just had to drive less than an hour away, so it was very convenient and very inexpensive. I would just love to know about your experiences, because right now I'm planning my bachelorette trip. Yes, I'm doing it myself. I don't have a typical bridal party. I did choose my two best friends to be my maids of honor, but I don't have any bridesmaids. It's just not a big thing. You guys might be able to tell I'm very non-traditional, so we're doing things a bit differently. So I am the one planning it and booking it and paying for myself. I just felt like I didn't want anyone else to pay for me. Maybe as a group they'll pay for my dinner or a drink. I just didn't want anyone to be responsible for my airfare or my hotel and lodging. It didn't make any sense to me, especially with inflation and everything going on and knowing what's going on in my friends' lives. My other friends are also getting married, maybe moving into a house. I don't know. I was trying to be realistic but also reasonable. But anywho, Bermuda. Have you been to Bermuda? Because I love it so much. If you're from the East Coast, it's a very quick flight. So from New York, it's less than 2 hours. It's so beautiful. The first time I went, I was around 13 years old, and it's one of my favorite family vacation trips ever. And I've been very fortunate to have traveled to many different places within the United States, but also internationally. And still, Bermuda is one of the top places for me. So I was trying to find something that was convenient, because almost everyone is coming from New York, Rhode Island, Massachusetts area. I have one person potentially coming from Florida, but I just was trying to make it convenient. Like, I didn't want to go to, let's say, like Nashville, Arizona, Vegas, which are very common and they look so much fun. But coming from the East Coast, the longer flight and knowing this is only going to be 3 days, it felt like a little more of a hassle, if that makes any sense. If I did a bachelorette where it was like a week long, then I feel like I could be like, oh yeah, let's do that. But this seemed to make a little more sense. I also considered Montauk, but I think I really want Bermuda because only myself and my other friend have been to Bermuda, but it's been for us probably over 15 years, you know? I love that place so much. The people there, the hospitality, they're so friendly, and I wanted something tropical, and I just wanted to do outdoor activities. I love being outdoors. It makes me feel so calm. I love being by the water. It makes me so happy. I feel like I've been blending like crazy. But if you have any tips, I would love to know, especially with payments, how to go about it, how to ask. And it's also hard because it's October, holidays are coming up, people are spending money. So I need to figure out my plan. When I was discussing it with Lindsay, was I was going to book everything by January. Now I'm like, maybe not. And I should have everyone confirmed that are actually going to come and book it next month before the holidays start, which totally makes sense. I guess I was just trying to give people more time. The majority of my friends for months, I think since the beginning of summer, I was like, it's probably going to be this month, this weekend, and we're going to Bermuda. Maybe one person doesn't because I haven't seen her in a minute, but pretty much everyone knows. I love talking to you guys, even though this is one-sided, but I also love reading your comments. I feel like everything that's been in my head, I could get it out and like just throw it up. And it's just been very helpful. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on many topics that I'll be talking about today. Things are just off the cuff. Nothing was planned besides this makeup look, more or less. It's just been what I've been doing this last month. These two blushes are my favorite blushes for around this time. So I have the Patrick Ta Beauty She's So LA. Love this, had this for years. I don't use the powder as much as I use the cream, but I've been using this cream nonstop. I love colors like this. And then the other one, which I think I want to use today, since I don't use it as much and it's a little bit newer to my collection. This is the Mercier Blush Color Infusion in Fresco. This has a little bit of shimmer to it. I was showing you guys other shades from Mercier that I really like. When did I show you guys that? Maybe a month or so ago? I like their powder blushes. I think I'm going to do this, but first I'm going to powder my skin and go in with the e.l.f. HD powder. This one is the one in Luminous. Again, trying to finish all my products, ones that are like halfway done. I almost canceled my bachelorette trip. I was like, you know what? There's too much going on in life. And then with money, I'm just like, I don't know. Will people want to spend that amount? Like, I don't know, you know what I mean? So then I talked about it to Anthony. He's like, no, May, you deserve this. You should do something nice for yourself with your friends. You're gonna have so much fun. And he's so right. He's also going to his own bachelor trip, but he's going on a cruise to Bahamas. I'm doing Bermuda, he's doing Bahamas, both B's, and he's gonna have so much fun. Can I just say, if you choose a cruise for your bachelor or your bachelorette, it is so much easier. Can I just say, I tried to do a cruise for Bermuda, but there was nothing that was 3 days. It was always 4, 5, or a week, which was a little too long for me, if I'm being honest, and it's just, again, not realistic. But he was able to get a trip to the Bahamas for 3 days, which is perfect. And I think they might even go to Disney World. I don't know. They were considering that for like the day. If you do a cruise, you have like the package deal, and then it's up to the individual to get that package deal. It's not up to you, which makes it so much easier. So then you really don't have to worry about payments and food and drinks because it's all in one. So highly recommend that. And then my other problem, besides there not being a cruise that was short enough to Bermuda, my other problem is I get seasick, and it's bad. I'm just so uncomfortable, and I'm curling up under blankets because I'm so nauseous. I may not necessarily throw up, but I feel so uncomfortable. And I've tried a lot of different things, although I haven't tried them all at once. It's tough for me. And you might be thinking, well, May, how do you get seasick on a big boat, like a cruise? Like, it's huge. Like, how do you feel it? But I do. The last time I went on a cruise, which is the only time I went on a cruise, man, I felt those waves. And my best friend even said, because this was for her sweet 16, she said, no, this is a little unusual. We shouldn't be feeling the waves so much. And I was like, ugh, of course. The first time I go on a cruise in my life, I get seasick. Although that's a little more one-off, it does happen. And I don't want to be seasick on my bachelorette trip because I will literally be huddled up like this and just miserable. And there's no way I would be drinking. Not that I drink that much in general, but there would be zero drinking coming from me. I'm just patting those breakouts in. I just cleaned all my brushes. Ugh, when you have a clean set of brushes and sponges, I feel like a new woman. It's been very nice. Kind of just like a refresh in life, and I need it. I think when I used this blush before, I didn't like the brush that I was using it with, so I'm hoping with the stippling brush, I like how it looks a bit better. Another thing we need to talk about since it's October, should I tell you my costume or should you be surprised? I don't think I'll be really sharing it on my personal Instagram, but on my dog's, Boo the Sammy, if you guys don't know, I have another Instagram account where I do like dog content. It makes me so happy, where I feel like I could do certain trends a little more freely and creatively, if that makes any sense, versus my personal one where it's so hyper-focused on fashion and beauty. Like I could be a little more silly on Boo's. But we're doing our family costume. We figured it out. I bought it. I'm going to try to thrift Anthony's, where it's so simple, and Adele costumes are so expensive. They're like 60 to 80 bucks, and I'm just like, no, I could do this. I could do this for maybe 20 bucks. So that is the plan, and we need to head to like a Savers or some sort of thrift store. I think I could do it. I used to sew a lot and make my own garments. I feel like that's another life. It feels so distant and far away, even though my sewing machine is right in my closet. I used to do that a lot and I miss it. It can be quite time consuming, but it's also very therapeutic. There's just something about sewing, whether it's hand sewing, whether it's on the machine. It's also very nostalgic for me. I do enjoy sewing, so maybe I'll sew a little something something. We'll see. My costume, I'm still trying to figure out. Boo, Bungee, covered. Anthony, we know what we need to get. Maybe we can do that this weekend. I need to do it sooner than later. Let's just say that. So if you haven't figured out your costume and you're in a relationship, or if you're doing a family group costume, a friend group costume, guys, you gotta figure it out. If you don't like any kind of shimmer, I don't think you'll like this, but their other shades have no shimmer. It's so nice to wear makeup because there have been many days where I wear no makeup, like nothing, not even my brows. And I love doing my brows, but nothing. And then there has been days, like on the weekends, where I actually put a little more makeup on and I feel more like myself, like I do my hair and everything, which is so me. And that's how I like to present myself to the world and how I show my creativity and my personality. The only thing I am noticing, I have a little like smudgy area. Maybe I can fix that. See that? It's so subtle. Not sure how that happened. Maybe I can fix that with some sort of setting spray, because I have a little spot right there. Man, how did that happen? But it's not on the other side. We're gonna keep moving forward, but yes, I am aware of the spot. For the brows, this is new from Gisou Beauty. They sent this to me. I ended up choosing Taupe. I think I only used this once very briefly when they sent it to me, but ever since then, really haven't had the chance to test it out. I do like the color match, not warm, which is always my biggest problem. I also like the brush size. I think the only thing I can tell so far is that it doesn't have much hold. Like, it's brushing my brows, but it's not doing that much. Now you can see that my right brow has more of a tint and it looks fuller. This might be the type of product where you need to pair it with a clear brow gel, like that Unleashia one that I love. That was in my summer favorites. I think it would do better with something like that. Just gonna go in with the brow pencil to shape it a little more. Oh, so I posted this picture of a house that I'm obsessed with. Do you guys go on Zillow for funsies and just scroll and kind of like see what's in your area, or maybe like a place that you'd love to live, even though it's not realistic, even though you don't have the money for it, maybe you live with your parents, like there's just no way, and you're just doing it just because you're curious? That is me. I am that person. So I was looking at houses. I guess it's a little more real for me because we are trying to find a house in the next year. The market has been crazy. Better than when it was when we bought this place a couple years ago. This house is so stinking cute. It has everything we're looking for. The only thing that it doesn't have a garage. And I don't know about you guys, but I like a garage to put stuff in. Outdoor things, landscaping things, decorations, anything like that is how I like to use a garage. That's how I grew up using a garage. I don't use it to put a car in it. I've actually never put a car in a garage or my garage before, like ever. I'd be a little nervous that I would hit something, but if the garage is very minimal and clean, then I shouldn't have a problem. This house is so cute. 1 acre of land, which is so hard to find. Also close enough to a town that's walkable. And then what else was on our list? We want a pool, ideally, whether there's a pool there or we would add one eventually. I think a pool that's already there makes it easier for us. Anthony grew up with having his own pool. I did not. I use my friend's pools all the time. Again, I love swimming, love being by the water. My dog Boo is obsessed with water to the point where I put her in competitions just so she can enjoy playing. And she loses every single time, but she enjoys herself, and that's the whole point. So we want a pool. It doesn't have to be anything crazy or big. We just want a pool to enjoy. And I have so many fond memories of going to my friends' pools, pool parties, just on the weekends. It was something fun to do, especially when you're younger. And even to this day as an adult, I still love swimming, whether it's the beach, the pool, love it. That brow gel was just okay. I think I need to mix it with another brow gel and maybe I can make it better because I like the pigment, I like the size of the brush, all of that's good. We were looking for a 3 to 4 bedroom, a basement, because we like to work out, and I'm not a big fan of going to public gyms. There's just something about having your own equipment at home that makes me feel more comfortable. Like, I don't want to be looked at. I don't want people to harass me. I don't really want people to talk to me. When I go to the gym, I'm just so focused on working out, and that's just all I want to do. Doesn't everyone want to do that when they're at the gym? Just focus on their workout? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but we wanted a basement for that reason. And then since I work from home, he works from home half of the time, it would be nice to have some sort of office for myself, office for him, a room for our future child. What else did this place have? I don't know if you guys are interested in this. Tell me to like shut up down below, but of course nicely if you guys like to hear this stuff. Going to the eyes and then we'll get into it a little more. This is the Fenty Beauty Shadowstix. They sent these to me. I think these are the only shades they sent to me. This is so me, up my alley. These shades, gorgeous. I did show you guys this shade not too long ago. This one is in Fizzy Froze. Beautiful. But what I've noticed since I've worn this quite a few times, it's the shimmery one. I'll just swatch it for you guys. This one, although they say it has great longevity, it really doesn't. It's so pretty and I love the way it looks on the eye, but it creases like crazy. Even when I wear my favorite shadow primer, it still creases. So I don't love this. I would more so use that particular shade as like a layering kind of product. But these, which I've only tried maybe once or twice, so I don't have a full opinion on it, and I haven't done a wear test. These are the matte shades, and this is what I'll be wearing today. This one is in Come and Get It, and then my last one is Shroomy. I'm gonna go in with Shroomy. I can tell the dry down. There is dry down. So I gotta work quickly, do one eye at a time. I'm gonna keep the eye look pretty simple. Another thing would be ideal, but it's not a deal breaker for us. We wanted the primary bedroom to be either on a different level or just separated from all the other bedrooms. In this house that we've looked at, it is. What else did we love about it? And I'm the one that found it, so I take full credit. It has this beautiful family room, high ceilings, tons of windows. It's so much natural light just soaks in, and I love that so much. That's something that we don't have here. Windows and natural lighting. I miss it so much. When we used to live in the city, we had these tall floor-to-ceiling windows. It makes me so happy to see the sun and how it just peeks in and just soaks up a room. You don't really realize that until you don't have it anymore, and you're like, oh, I missed that. We are looking for something like that. And then what else did it have that we loved? So the whole garage situation, there's an opportunity, I think, based on the photos. And I also drove there because I was just, again, curious to see the neighborhood, because it could have been in a bad neighborhood. Bad in the sense, at least for us, like maybe the streets were really narrow, the houses were too close to one another, but that wasn't the case for this. The streets were wide, plenty of space in between each house. I really didn't hear much going on, and we checked it out over the weekend where there'd be a higher chance that people are home, and I didn't notice much noise. We didn't want to be near a highway or anything, or commercial buildings. That was important to us. It's so perfect. But it's pricey. It's in a price point that we can pay for, just not right now at this moment. But I haven't seen a house like this, and even the landscaping is gorgeous, which landscaping you can do yourself, dress it up, do it the way you want. But to know that their landscaping is stunning and the curb appeal, I'm in love with this house. You let me know if you like to hear about it, and if you guys are house hunting, apartment hunting, maybe you're moving across the country, I want to know. You can really tell a difference. I'm trying to add another layer, the dry down. What a difference that makes. And there's like no transfer on my finger. So I'm gonna go in with the Moira double-ended gel and liquid liner. This is very much kind of like a latte look in a lot of ways. I still love that look, and I think it's also perfect for fall. I feel like I haven't given this product a chance to see how I like it. So today's gonna be that day. It's a pretty shade of brown. Then I'm gonna go to the other side and use the, I think it's a brush, is it? Yeah, it is. I love a brush tip. Oh yeah, that's easy. I want to add a little twinkle to the eyes. I just can't help myself, guys. I really can't. It's such a signature look for me. I'm just gonna do like right here. Just like a little something. This one gives a little more of like a wet effect. I did put on the shadow stick on my lower lash, like right here, to give more of a smudgy look. But moving on to a newer product for me. Someone used this in their mascara tutorial, and I was just curious about it. This is the Etude Dr. Mascara Fixer, the perfect lash. Now I'm wondering, did I even get the right one? Because it says mascara fixer. So maybe this isn't a mascara primer. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, so it is a primer. Okay, interesting. When I see fixer, I'm thinking like maybe it's something that you put after, like a midday type of thing. But I never understood those types of products, because who's realistically in the middle of work going to fix their mascara? You know what I mean? Interesting. I thought this would be more dry. Okay, it's very thin. You don't see any kind of white residue or anything. Even like the look of it kind of has more of that silicone, but for your lashes. For mascara, I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Better Than Sex Chocolate Mascara. See how it works with this primer. Although I like this mascara, I do have to go very slowly because of this big brush. Maybe that mascara primer is working. I can feel a difference because it's just clinging onto that primer. Wow, definitely see a difference. Mascara makes the biggest difference. I wasn't feeling it at first, but then with the mascara I was like, okay, this is much better. So then going on to highlighter. This has been one of my all-time favorite cream highlighters. It's by Merit. I use the one in Kava. I know Merit came out with some new products, like a cream shadow, and it seems like a lot of people are enjoying it. I kind of want to buy like one shade. I like the idea of cream shadows. They don't have the best longevity for me, but people are saying that it works really well, so maybe I should give it a shot. Also, let me know, have you tried the new Merit cream shadows? The star of the show has to go to this lip product. I was almost considering doing my favorite fall lip products, but now I don't know if it's too late. I feel like that should have gone out, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago. You guys tell me. But one of my favorite lip products, it's a little bit newer. I got it this past spring. It's the Ilia Balmy Tint Hydrating Lip Balm in shade Faded. Love the packaging. To me, this is not your typical lip balm. This is way more pigmented, but it does feel more balmy. But look at that color. Ugh. Perfect for fall. I was wearing it a little bit in the springtime because I was just so excited for it, but it's the perfect shade for all of your fall activities. Now, I didn't wear any lip liner, so I don't think it's necessary, and it's pretty easy to apply with no lip liner. I'm trying to get better at telling you guys what lip products. I have to tell you guys that in my previous video. I know. I'm going to do that today and link everything. You guys always want to know what I'm wearing on my lips, even when it's not even a dedicated makeup video. You guys always want to know. Put on some setting spray. I hope you guys enjoyed this chatty get ready with me video, fall edition, just kind of giving you a life update, everything that's been going on. It's been a lot, like I've said throughout this video. I just gotta take it day by day. You guys as well, whatever's going on through your life, just take it day by day. And that's all you can do, and make sure to be kind to yourself. I'll see you guys in another video. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!